Okay, boys, strap it in because this is gonna be a long one. Basically, I saw this randomly where they were talking a couple of days ago about Ninja Gaiden 4 and it piqued my interest. So they are answering questions and I'll do my best to give my honest opinion and all that. So let's get started.
Are the enemies aggressive and punishing like OG
This is by
Ninja
AJ
Gaiden
and by
2,
the way,
yet fast to kill,
as you can
or
see.
are they passive damage sponges like Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma? This is from a hardcore Ninja Gaiden fan here, I can tell. Brian McCaffrey here with
Okay.
4. Did a great
I don't want to
job
make
on
this
it,
too
as you
long.
always do.
I'm skipping it up. a little
You
bit.
actually have the skills here. I'm just an old...
I'm getting up there too, Ryan.
...is to answer the viewer question.
Okay, answer viewer questions. Here we
Simple
go.
one that I know you can answer. What are the
Difficulty levels
for this one? Difficulty being, of course, famously attached to Ninja Gaiden. And I know you play on Master Ninja, don't you?
you think way too highly of me. My preferred difficulty for Ninja Gaiden is actually hard.
Okay. Me, I never judge somebody for their preference or what they want to play a game at. It's completely their choice. But I played Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, the new version. I started my very first playthrough on very hard. I had like zero clue what the game was about, how hard it would be. That was very hard. Exactly, very freaking hard. And then I switched to Master Ninja, my second playthrough, and then it was a whole different boss game, basically. Complete change. A grab death, a bomb death, a hit death. So, like, we'll have to see. Hard is good for the casual player, but we'll have to see.
I think Master Ninja ramps it up to a point where the way that I have to play in order to survive at that level of difficulty is like a very kind of...
Okay, you see the hit there on hard? If he was playing hard here and that hit is all the damage that he took, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, seems pretty easy to me.
Safe,
to be honest.
kind of no risks involved kind of style.
You can survive, like, from what I'm seeing, at least 10 hits, probably.
I have to like really focus on...
And I'm seeing some healing happening.
Open to,
How is he healing? Or was it the extra damage?
any kind of counterattack, because they will, if they touch you, it's a real bad day. But hard I think is the sweet spot for me in terms of, I'm still able to play in the way that I like. I have to use all of my tools available.
Okay, what are the difficulty levels? That's what we want to know.
But I'm not sure
Probably.
there's going to be any differences, in the full game. But I'm not sure. There's going to be normal, hard, and Master Ninja. Those are the 4 difficulty levels, and I don't think there's...
Okay, normal, hard, and Master Ninja, gotcha. I just hope that Master Ninja did not replace very hard. That's it.
to be any difference.
Let's move on.
For sure. Wondering if you think by what you played that Ryu will have multiple weapons or just one weapon.
Okay, this is very important.
This has been confirmed in an interview with, I believe, The Gamer. If someone else did that interview first and then was just reposted, I apologize. But it has been confirmed that Ryu will only have the one weapon and that other weapons will be added as DLC.
Is this a joke, brother? No way.
In lieu of that, Ryu also has access to Ninpo, which Yakumo does not have.
Bro, this is the most stupid decision they can have. How are you going to offer the other weapons? Sorry about the lapses. How do you offer the other weapons as DLC when he had them for free in the other games? You just had to progress to the game. This is like complete modern gaming right here. Add microtransactions, add DLC, maximum profit. They don't give a shit. Basically, I'm pretty disappointed about this. If this is really confirmed, this is a bad decision.
So he's got, I've only seen Art of Inferno. I believe he has some others that are, returning from other Ninja Gaiden games. Here's the thing. I didn't really get to play as Ryu in the kind of story kind of fashion. The way my preview worked was that I played the prologue, I played chapter 1 up to that boss that I talked about in the preview, and then you hit the title screen, basically. You're kicked out. And then you can go back into kind of like a challenge mode, and then you can replay the levels as whichever character you want. You can play either Yakumo or you can play Ryu, and there's 2 extra levels that were added on top of that. So I didn't really get the sense of Ryu's progression, what he has unlocked from the start and what he has to unlock later on, or like, you know, what his actual story levels are gonna look like. So yeah, hopefully that kind of answers the question.
Okay, so it's not 100%, but we will have to see on the long run. But if it is how I said, that's very bad. I'm pretty disappointed about it, not gonna lie. What can I say?
After 3 and then the long hiatus from the mainline games. But yeah, I'm one that I always loved playing around with all the different weapons.
Exactly, my friend. Exactly.
In both Ninja Gaiden 1 and 2. So if Ryu really only has 1 weapon and then more are going to get added as DLC, I don't love that.
Yeah,
nobody does, my friend.
That, like, while 3 was definitely kind of a misstep, Razor's Edge actually improved a lot of that game,
true.
and it made it, you know, into a game that's worthy of being part of the Ninja Gaiden trilogy. It was just.
Okay, we're gonna push to the next question because from what I'm seeing, they're just talking about this, which we already expanded on it. I don't want to make the video very long, you know, because this is 23 minutes, so yeah.
Get fast to kill, or are they passive damage sponges like Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma? This is from a hardcore Ninja Gaiden fan here, I can tell.
It reminds me of Ninja Gaiden 2. There are times where you just do a flying swallow, lop an enemy's head off, and you're done. That's it. that guy's dead. There are also times where, like, you know, you'll do a whole combo on them and they'll still get up. So it is kind of that thing of, you know, sometimes the random number generator will just work in your favor and you'll just lop an enemy's head off. Other times you need to work a little harder.
Okay, so that's good, actually, in my opinion. I mean, basic ninjas and all that, you should be able to one-shot with a flying swallow. You just cut their head off. The other ones, like, typically, now we have cyborgs or whatever we have here. Ninjas on robotic suit, Iron Man around. But the fiends, basically, you could not really one-shot. At least in Master Ninja, you could cut their limbs off and all that. Some of them, sometimes you could one-shot. From what I played, but yeah, this is okay. We will have to see, basically, because he had a preview and he wasn't even playing on Master Ninja, so yeah, let's move on. How is the performance? If it is on Unreal Engine 5, that's going to be problematic, but I don't think it is on Unreal Engine 5, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I'm going to search it right now. It's Ninja Gaiden 4 on Unreal Engine 5. No, it's not using it. Beautiful. The Platinum Engine. Okay, so it is being done on Platinum Engine, not Unreal Engine 5. So I presume there will be no stutters. It's gonna work perfectly.
We
fine.
Of course have to caveat by saying we were playing this in late July.
Okay, so they have no clue about this. They don't know if it is on and we'll hear it a little bit, but
I have no complaints about the performance.
Beautiful. Move on. I need to move on, guys. As I said, this is already 8 minutes and 40 seconds recording, so. Okay, are there secondary weapons like Windmill Shuriken and... Okay.
Peaches, who asks, are there secondary weapons like Windmill Shuriken and Incendiary Shuriken?
I would have to guess that there are, but in my preview build, I just had shurikens.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe they unlock, maybe they do not. He does not know. Can you instantly glance to the attack animation with a block or dodge like in most... Okay. The original Ninja games always had attack commitments, so wondering if those are still here. Okay.
Games always had attack commitments, so wondering if those...
You could cancel with Shuriken, obviously.
Are still here in Ninja Gaiden 4.
So I believe, and this all just goes back to me saying that it feels like Ninja Gaiden, I believe it's the same where I don't think you can cancel an attack with a guard, but what you can do is cancel an attack with a shuriken. It's called the shuriken cancel. And that's what, you use a lot when you're trying to, cut your combo short so you can restart a combo rather than going deeper into the combo tree. So you can still do that, absolutely. But I
do not drop there.
think that there's guard canceling the same way that there is in like a Bayonetta or I don't even.
Gotcha. So it's Ninja Gaiden. Good. Beautiful.
Spartan asks, how did you feel about Ryu apparently only having one weapon compared to Yakumo's 4 or 5? Does he have anything to make up for it? Does his kit seem limited? I guess you kind of hit on
Touched
this
upon it a
already.
little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna talk how I feel. I feel very bad, as I said, especially if it is DLC. Especially, why did they make the decision for a new character when the game is just returning from like 20 years almost hiatus, if we count the original Ninja Gaiden, I think. So, like, what are they doing? Why? Why is not Ryu basically the main character and has the most of the story? Because from what I saw, Yakumo is gonna have the main story, right? He's gonna be in most of the missions, and I'm not really happy about it. I'm not gonna lie. And he's having 4 or 5 weapons. Why? Why is that happening? We don't need that. Let's move. Let's skip. Is there real weapon switching in the preview?
The real-time weapon switching.
Well, if he was playing Ryu, he would know because he has only one weapon. Apparently.
Preview. If so, how does the game balance difficulty around it?
Yes, and I think it's more of a flavor thing. I think it's just something if you want to be really fancy, you can do to swap between your weapons mid combo. The B-roll that we were provided, the footage in the preview, by the way, was provided B-roll. It wasn't my own B-roll. As much as I would like to lay claim to it, I feel like I had some pretty cool B-roll of my own that I could have captured. But they really went above and beyond in terms of the B-roll that they captured for this. But I think if you look at that B-roll, you can kind of see the real time weapon swapping.
Yeah, I'm glad they provided good B-roll because otherwise the comments would have been full of people telling us how much we suck at the game.
And I would have been so mad that I couldn't capture my own B-roll at that.
Wow, guys. Okay, now this is one of the coolest parts. There is no need, from what I'm seeing, to pause the game. You can just switch weapons instantly, which is amazing. I like this feature, personally. I absolutely love it that they have changed this. Previously, obviously, you had to pause the menu, then switch the weapon, But now you can just switch mid-attack, from what I'm seeing, against the boss. Because he's doing the parries
Spartan, who actually
there, as you can see.
Otherwise,
if you look at the bar there, you can see he's dual wielding right now.
I think if you look at that,
glad they provided.
See dual wielding, and then he switches to one-hander.
Comments would have been full of people
Crazy
telling
shit.
us how much we
Dual
suck.
wield one-hander again.
so mad.
And it seems like the weapons have some kind of energy from what I'm seeing there. Like it feels or something. I'm not too sure about it.
That I couldn't capture my own B-roll if that happened.
Yeah.
All right. Another one.
There's some white stuff kind of energy and a blue bar. We'll have to see later on what those are about. And there's a demo probably or something. We're gonna test stuff.
Darkwing Spartan. Ryan said the camera felt much.
Oh, the camera. In his initial preview a couple of months ago, Ryan said the camera felt much better than the old games. How would you feel about it?
Better than the old games. How do you feel about it?
Let me hear his
Before you
opinion.
answer,
I'm
I'll
gonna
just
give
say,
you mine.
Now that I got to play a little bit more, it still felt really good to me, but what was your take on the camera?
Yeah, I mean, I think it still feels really good. I think the big thing you have to remember is that this is a modern game that has learned from the mistakes of countless action games beforehand.
Okay, so basically what he's saying, they have changed the camera. It's no longer the same thing. He's just using a roundabout way to say it. I take. You either say they changed the camera or they didn't. Simple. But when you start saying this is a modern game, it's 2025, we did this, we did that, then it becomes complicated, it becomes different.
Ninja Gaiden 1 especially was kind of notorious for its camera. I think mostly that was because a lot of the fights took...
No, it was not notorious for its camera. First time I ever played the game, 0 issues with the camera. 0. How can you not switch? How can you not use this button here to switch the camera around, facing you? How does that stop you in combat? Absolutely 0 problems with camera, never. The only problem I had with the game was that it was hard. That skill issue, basically. And I died hundreds of times, and I prevailed, and I finished the game 3 times. I did New Game, Master Ninja. new game Master Ninja with all the weapons unlocked, and then new game plus Master Ninja again. And it was fun every single time. And I got better at the game, basically. Simple. Let's move on.
Place in, like,
Camera is not a problem.
You look at Ninja Gaiden 4 and the fights are largely happening in... There are a couple of tight corridors, but they're larger
bigger areas. Gotcha.
The original Ninja Gaiden. So I think more than just like the camera being better, it's more that.
By the way, the video quality here is it's only 1080p. It's not that great from IGN. Can't do much about it, sadly.
The places that you fight in have more space for the camera to move.
I think the camera turned around on its own there. You see it here.
Places that you fight in have more.
You see that? I don't think he redirected it. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see.
Space for the camera to move.
Let's move on. Did you happen to catch whether the classic technique reverse wind is present? It's where you immediately cancel a block stun animation you get placed in when successfully blocking an attack into a dodge. You are literally canceling your successful block into a dodge mid-block. To both fully negate the damage or mitigate if it's unblockable in many cases into a dash dodge away. It's a very small detail that many people miss.
Did you happen to catch whether the Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, 3 classic technique reverse wind is present? And then he kind of explains it. Let's see if we can... yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of that's the bottom line. I'll bottom line it for you.
I feel bad saying a very short answer for this long question, but yes. No, I'm pretty sure it all feels the same as the old Ninja Gaiden games. So if you block...
Yeah, the classic moves are there.
Yeah, if you block, you can very quickly get out of your kind of block animation by just dodging. And you can use that to like block and then get out of the way of like an enemy flurry.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I use that quite a bit, but not that much. As I said, I'm not an expert at the game, but I kind of know what I'm doing.
But the comparison to the previous entries.
How difficult.
It's a little,
If he has not played in Master Ninja, he cannot really answer that question. So I'm going to straight up move forward a little bit. Because what's the point? No Master Ninja, you can never tell. Head to head, we will have to see when it releases.
In the 2020s.
Okay.
Again, this goes back to this is a modern game made in 2020 in the 2020s versus Ninja Gaiden Black and Ninja Gaiden 2, which were made much longer ago or a very long time
20
ago.
20 years, baby.
Yeah,
for
20
Ninja
years.
Gaiden
I don't even want to say it out loud.
Actually,
Ryan.
21.
Okay, so he's saying we are in 2025 and we have become pussies and we can no longer play hard games nowadays because casuals are gonna cry about it. And guess what? I'm kind of a casual in Ninja Gaiden series, but I never cry about the game's difficulty. I only cry if there's a game-breaking bug. Or not cry, but complain, basically. Just as Wu Chang, for example, who had that rolling thing where you could not get up. It was outright broken. And they had to change it, for example. Just an example. That's the things that annoy me. And on Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, which released with a problem where it would not take your input properly. And I was arguing that it was a bug. And they fixed it. Because of course they would do that. It was a fault with Unreal Engine 5. I have experience with that engine. I know what the hell I'm talking about. That engine is very bad at the moment. Let's move on.
And then
There were two. We start right at the beginning of the fight. I think one of them even has
boss fight.
Has a checkpoint mid-fight.
What? What?
We start right at the beginning of the fight. I think one of them even has a checkpoint mid-fight. But I'm not. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure.
No way. Boss checkpoint mid-fight in Ninja Gaiden?
So you're doing less of the same things over and over again, which I think is a good thing. That said, don't let that fool you into thinking that this game is going to be easy. I did my playthrough on hard, and once I hit that fight, man, I was stuck there for a hot minute. Anyway, but it's not like there. I always say that when I know when I'm playing a good game, when I die, and I'm not going, oh, it's BS. I'm going, oh God, they got me. And I'm excited.
Probably the red attacks you have to dodge, right? As usual in any game.
That's to me, that's a sign of a good level of difficulty, and that's exactly what I got with Ninja Gaiden 4.
I'll say for me, it's
kind of crazy, that checkpoint thing. Let's hope it's not true. I don't like that. I don't really like that. Okay, it's 20 minutes almost, boys. What is there another question? Can you turn off blood?
odd to maybe
this.
some younger gamers who might need to turn it off or to get parental approval to play it.
I was a bad game previewer and did not check the settings to.
Okay, he does not know. If this does not concern us, it will be on, obviously. Absolutely. How much do you play as Ryu? He does not know because he only played one chapter because that was the preview, so it's not really confirmed. The only thing that is almost fully confirmed is that the weapons will be DLC for Ryu, which is a massive blunder. Do you have to learn combos? Of course. Can you play Ninja Gaiden 4 if you didn't play the first 3? I'll answer this. Yes, you can play. As I played 2. So, I don't think there is a problem with that at all. Do you have to learn combos? The question is...
Instead of the intricate and precise platforming of the originals that gave you a real challenge.
So,
even though, for me, I could just spam the ultimate and that's it. On your weapon, jump while you're falling down. Fully hold, fully charge ultimate, spam. If you want to, you can complete the game like that, basically. And it is the most efficient way. But yeah, combos are cool. If you want to learn them, you can learn some Izuna drops and stuff. But you will be able to push through the game even without that, all of that combo stuff. If you want to learn them, of course, the more you learn, the better you get at the game. That's for any game, basically. But these type of games, it's great to learn combos, just like a hack and slash. It's always Devil May Cry, God of War, Ninja Gaiden, etc., etc. That you guys know already. I don't want to push the video anymore. And that's it. I mean, overall, the decision to have the DLC weapons, the difficulty settings not being that hard from what I'm seeing, the camera change, which could be good or bad depending on how you feel about it. For me, it's not an issue. If it is better, it's better. If it was the same as the old ones, for me, it's no problem. So, what else to include all of this? I don't know. Let's hope Ryu gets more story than they are saying. And let's hope no girl chapters. Please. They were a pain in the ass. And if you guys enjoyed my reaction, I can continue doing these type of videos sometimes, basically. Not all the time. But yeah. Hope the game gets better. See you on the next one. Peace.